Hey there, friends. Is your ride getting old? Has your donkey lost a step or two in the last year? Tired of the same old bumpy ride on that old camel? Then come on down to Tony Malone's Used Camel Lot. At Tony Malone's, nobody walks away. Unless it's, of course, with that new donkey, horse, or camel you buy right here. We've got the finest beasts of burden. And because we finance on the lot, we can pass those savings on to you. Why embarrass yourself riding around that old nag when you can ride into town on a brand new steed? Buy here, pay here. You know where we are, down on the corner of Bethlehem Way. We interrupt this program with an urgent news bulletin. Sources are telling Jerusalem Eyewitness News that Jesus of Nazareth is dead. Jesus was convicted early this morning. Hey, what are you doing? I'm reading the news. You're interrupting my commercial. I'm sorry, Tony, but this is urgent news. So some guy is dead. Big deal. Well, it's not just some guy, Tony. It's Jesus. Jesus? The miracle guy. You know him? Sure, I loaned him a gently used donkey last Sunday when he got into town. You're saying he's dead? Well, that's what I'm trying to tell the people. How? He was convicted by the high priest and then sentenced by Pontius Pilate. He was crucified. They nailed Jesus to a cross? They killed him? Yes. Wow, I can't believe he let them do that to him. I don't think he had a choice. He was arrested. I know that, but they couldn't do anything to him if he didn't let them. Why not? Because he's God's son. You mean to tell me that you're a believer too? You bet I am. Or, I was anyway. Well, Tony, if Jesus was the Son of God, why do you think he let them put him to death? Rock, Jesus said he had to come to save the world. I can't just believe that plan could be over. Well, whatever plan he had, it appears to be over. He is dead, Tony. Well, so was his friend Lazarus. But when Jesus went to the tomb, Lazarus came out alive. Are you serious? Rock, I've never been more serious about anything. I saw Lazarus laid to rest. I saw him come back to life. If Jesus can raise a man from the dead, maybe he's got a plan to raise himself. Well, with more, we go once again to someone who was on the scene when it happened. They came to a place called Golgotha. The word Golgotha means place of the skull. There they mixed wine with bitter spices and gave it to Jesus to drink. After tasting it, though, he refused to drink it. When they had nailed him to the cross, they divided up his clothes by casting lots. They sat down and kept watch over him there. Above his head, they placed the written charge against him. It read, "This is Jesus, King of the Jews." 2 rebels against Rome were crucified with him. One was on his right, and one was on his left. Those who passed by shouted at Jesus and made fun of him. They shook their heads and said, "So you are going to destroy the temple and build it again in 3 days? Then save yourself. Come down from the cross if you are the Son of God." In the same way, the chief priests and the teachers of the law and the elders made fun of him. "He saved others," they said, "but he can't save himself. He's the King of Israel. Let him come down from the cross, then we'll all believe in him. He trusts in God. Let God rescue him now if he wants him. He's the one who said, 'I am the Son of God.'" In the same way, the rebels who were being crucified with Jesus also made fun of him. From noon until 3 o'clock, the whole land was covered with darkness. About 3 o'clock, Jesus cried out in a loud voice. He said, "Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani." This means, my God, why have you deserted me?" Some of those standing there heard Jesus cry out. They said, "He's calling for Elijah." Right away, one of them ran and got a sponge. He filled it with wine vinegar and put it on a stick. He offered it to Jesus to drink. The rest said, "Leave him alone. Let's see if Elijah comes to save him." After Jesus cried out again in a loud voice, he died. At that moment, the temple curtain was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook. The rocks split. Tombs broke open. The bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs. After Jesus was raised from the dead, they went into the holy city. There they appeared to many people. The Roman commander and those guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and all that happened. They were terrified. They exclaimed, "He was surely the Son of God." Well, there you have it, folks. You heard it here first. Jesus of Nazareth has been confirmed dead. And with that, we leave you for tonight. From all of us here at Jerusalem Eyewitness News, good night.